everyone. Welcome back. I'm William.
And I'm Fallon.
And this is
Life with the Kongs.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start something different. We're gonna react to some of top places to travel around the world.
Because we love to travel.
We do love to travel. You know, our things are to see K-pop concerts, travels, taking care of babies.
Yeah, animals.
And animals, you know, we love those. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kind of get some ideas from people. One of our goal is to travel the 7 continents. And I think by July we will have 1, 2, 3, 4. We will have four continents down, and we'll be missing Australia, Africa, and
Antarctica.
And Antarctica, yes.
Oh gosh.
Before we start, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It will help us out a lot. Let us know what are your best travel places, itineraries are.
Yeah.
So that we can get ideas from your comments as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's check out the top 10 places to visit in 2025.
all right. I wonder what would it be.
I know.
Let's go.
I'm already liking this clear water behind them.
I know. Yeah, you know,
I'm a beach girl. I love me a beach.
Yes, and clear water.
Yes.
Like, you know, where is that? Is it Maldives or something?
I don't know. I think either Bora Bora or Aruba have nice clear water.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and with almost all countries
look
open
at that.
for tourism, I think we're all excited to travel some new destinations
Look at
this
that.
year.
What the
So
heck?
here's my top 10 places to visit in 2025.
Let's see what we got.
Tourism back to normal.
Ooh.
2025 is going to be a year full of travel. Whether you experience the dramatic
Oh,
landscapes of New
my
Zealand
God.
or go cliff
New
jumping in
Zealand.
Greece,
Oh,
or
right.
even off-season
Yes,
visits
go
to new
jump off
places
the
this year.
things.
Let's start this video off in
Oh, that's
Slovenia.
beautiful.
Of all the countries in
Slovenia.
Europe, I don't think there's a more compact country that offers just about every type of landscape you expect to find in Europe.
that's so
In the capital
cool.
city of Ljubljana, you can drive 1 hour
Ljubljana.
and either be in the Alps or down by the Adriatic Sea. I spent some time in Slovenia
Oh,
this year,
that's
and it quickly
nice.
became one of my
Wow.
favorite
Totally
European
walk-
countries. One of the most famous places in Slovenia is Lake Bled. It's a picturesque lake with an
Wow.
island that has a scenic church built on it.
That's
When we were there,
crazy.
we did a hike to this lookout.
that'd be a
and got
cool
some
hike.
amazing views of Lake Bled and the surrounding area. One of
That
my
is
favorite places I
beautiful. Look
visited
at
in Slovenia
that.
was the river
Oh.
Socha. It's this incredibly clean
Wow.
river with clear turquoise water, and I had
Oh
such
my
a fun
God.
time swimming in it
Wow.
and riding down the current as I floated
Riding
in
down
the
That's
the
water.
so
current.
A
cool.
unique experience you can do
Ooh.
in Slovenia is
Ooh.
explore the Postojna cave. To get into the
Postojna
cave,
cave.
you get on this
Yeah, we
train
just
that
came
goes
back from
nearly 4
wow, that was a
kilometers
train.
under the earth.
That's kind
I
of cool.
feel
But we
like
came
we're
back from
riding into Gringotts Bay
Mammoth
from the Harry
Cave.
Potter movies.
Yeah,
So
a little
you can
different.
get in, you
Kentucky.
can explore
Yeah.
the cave. I mean, it's absolutely huge. Another
That's
one of my favorite features of Slovenia
Look
is
how
its
it's
hilltop
like-
churches.
Mhm.
They depth the landscape and create some of the most
That's
picturesque
wild.
sceneries. One of the most notable ones is the Church of
that's
St.
cool.
Thomas. It's
Okay.
perfectly placed on this hill.
Look at all that
overlooking
fog.
the
That's
so
Alps
cool
in the
looking.
distance.
That's so
After
surreal.
Slovenia, we're going to head up to nearby Austria. If you love the
Austria,
Alps,
okay.
picturesque villages, and idyllic scenery,
Look at that.
Austria is your place. It has the charm
We're
and
gonna
beauty
go to
of nearby
Austria.
Switzerland, but it's not nearly as expensive. One of the most
okay.
famous places in Austria is Hallstatt. It's this fairy tale village built on the edge of a lake. When we went there, we took the ferry into Hallstatt, and it gives an incredible view from the
That's why
boat.
we need to
We had a
retire.
great time just walking through the mountains of this village. Now, if you want to explore some of Austria's
Look at that.
mountains, the Schafberg is an incredible peak to visit.
Oh
When
my
we get
God,
there,
it's so
we ride up on
high.
Austria's
What the
steepest
heck?
train.
Look at
I mean, I
that.
couldn't
A
believe how
train
steep
on
it
the
was.
side of a
When we
mountain.
got to the top, it was super fun to explore. I mean, the views up here are unreal with all the lakes that surround this mountain peak. Now, if you're
Oh,
feeling
it's
really
gorgeous.
Oh.
Oh, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing
Yeah.
that.
Sky ladder, I'm good.
I ain't doing that.
Right from Hallstatt. Now, to get to
Do
the
have
start,
a fear
I
of
took a
heights.
gondola and
I'll
made
take,
a
like, the
short
lift.
hike to
I will
the
do
peak of
that.
Ferrara. It took me about 2 hours of climbing to finally reach the sky ladder.
No, no, no,
When
no,
I
no,
got
no,
there,
no,
I
no,
didn't
no.
realize how big it was. I was a
Wow.
little nervous to do
No,
it. As I
no.
started climbing,
No.
it was a little wobbly, but it was
Oh my
overall
God.
pretty easy.
I could
It
not,
honestly
and you
feels
ain't got
basically
nothing
a
attached.
basketball. After a few
He-
minutes
it
of
looked like
climbing,
he's
I made it
attached,
to the end of the
but he had to
sky ladder.
unclip
It was
and
super
reclip.
fun. If you want to get the
What
adrenaline
happens at
going
the
in
top?
2025,
Oh, no.
How did
Via
it look at the
Ferrara is
top?
for you. Now, afterwards, we're
No,
gonna
I'm-
head to
it
Africa
don't matter.
to
I ain't
visit
doing it.
Oh,
Located
Namibia,
in the
Africa.
Namibia.
Yeah.
Namibia is home to just otherworldly landscapes. If you're wanting to visit Africa for the first time, Namibia is
That's
a great
where we need to
option.
go, I guess.
It's one of Africa's safest countries, and its roads and infrastructure are rated the best in Africa. Now, to travel to Namibia, we
Ooh,
flew
look
to the
at that.
capital city of Windhoek, and then we rented a 4x4 truck and started our Namibia road trip. One of the most famous places in Namibia is Devli. It's this clay pan
Look at
with
that.
dried tree skeletons.
It looks
that I
fake
believe were
almost,
dyed
like a
some
set.
years ago. There used to be a river in the area, but it dried up and the trees eventually died. And since the area is so dry, the trees have decomposed and remained frozen in time. I mean, it's just so
Wow.
surreal to walk amongst these ancient trees. Now, overlooking the
Look at
Dead Fleet
that.
is the Big Daddy Sand.
Big Daddy?
It's the tallest dude in the Celsius Fleet area with a height of 325
Wow.
meters.
Yeah.
I wanted to hike to the top of it. We began by walking along the bridge of the dune
That'd be so
next to
hard.
Dead Fleet, and
Yeah.
we were able to get views of the clay pan.
You need
I'm
sun-
so out of breath.
Yeah, sunscreen for you for sure.
Oh, I'm covered head
After
to
about an hour and a
toe.
half of hiking, we made it to the top.
Hour
We
and a
had
half
the most
hiking?
Incredible 360 view
That's-
of the Nile
that might be a
Desert,
little
and
too
the
much.
landscapes just seemed
That's
Look at that,
nice
Another one of the
though.
most iconic places in Namibia is Sandwich
Sandwich
Harbor.
Harbor.
It's where the Namib Desert meets the Atlantic Ocean. To get here, you basically need to go with an experienced driver since you're navigating
at
through
the
deep
sand
the
at
whole time.
level.
It was a little nerve-wracking
Look at that.
driving on the dunes, but it was such a
I'm
adrenaline
just
rush.
sliding down the
That
sand.
would be so scary but fun at the same
Desert
time.
elephants. There's only a few desert elephants in Namibia, and they have adapted to live in the harsh conditions of the desert.
Desert
To see
elephant.
them, we went deep into the remote region of Damaraland, and after an hour of tracking,
Like, do they have like a tour guide that brings them there?
I spent
I'd
the next
hope
few
so.
hours just observing them, and it was one of my favorite wildlife experiences I've ever had.
that's so
Namibia's
cool. Wow,
look
landscapes
at
and
that.
wildlife are truly
baby.
on another level. After, we're gonna head to Asia to visit
Oh,
Vietnam,
Located
okay.
in Southeast Asia,
Oh, it looks like
is an
Peru.
adventure
Yeah, it does,
With
with the
paradise.
Terrans.
One of the most impressive places in the country is Ban Giac Falls. It's located in the northern part of Vietnam, straddling the Chinese border. Ban Giac is the biggest waterfall in Southeast
That's
Asia, and
beautiful.
the scenery here is just absolutely insane with the iconic Karst Mountains in the background. Another
Wow.
main spot in
Wow, look at
Vietnam
that.
is Ha Long Bay. Located in the Gulf of Tonkin, Ha Long Bay is this incredible area made up of emerald water and thousands of limestone islands covered in lush
Look at that.
vegetation.
This is-
Probably the best way to experience Ha Long Bay is by taking a cruise, but I recommend at least doing an overnight cruise so you can witness Ha Long Bay during sunset and sunrise.
Oh.
One of my personal favorite places in Vietnam is the tea fields of Long Co. It's one of the most picturesque
Hill,
places I've
okay.
ever seen with dome-shaped hills and perfectly manicured tea fields. If you're looking for an adventure, one thing you can do in Vietnam is the Ha Giang Loop.
We need to
It's
save
a
this
several-day
video.
motorcycle route that
Yeah.
takes you through the mountains
Woo!
of northern Vietnam. The scenery is absolutely insane. It looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss
Wow.
book. Definitely something to add to your 2025 bucket list. After, we're going to head over to Central America to visit El Salvador.
El Salvador.
For world-class surfing, the
Okay.
stunning volcanoes,
Wow.
El Salvador has so much to offer. I have a special place in my heart for El Salvador because I lived here 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Now, the
Okay.
capital of the country is San Salvador, and there are some
San
cool
Salvador.
places that you can visit, like the Centro Historico. One of my favorite places in El Salvador is El Tunco.
Oh.
It's probably the most famous beach in the country and has amazing waves perfect
the
for
wave.
surfing. We came here for sunset, and the scenery did not disappoint. Another incredible place in the country is the Santa Ana volcano. We hiked up the volcano's rim, and it took us about an hour to reach the top. The landscapes up here were insane.
That'd be so
Now,
cool.
at the base of the
Mhm,
volcano,
to see the
there's
top
this
of the
lake called
volcano.
Lago de Coatepeque, and the scenery here is
Coatepeque.
also next level. I found this restaurant that had a diving board, and it was so fun
What?
to send some jumps into the lake. If you're
Before you
looking for
eat,
adventure
go
in
jump.
2025,
Yes,
El Salvador
I
is worth the
would.
visit. After
I'm not
we're
doing
back
flips
to
no
Europe,
more. Those were
visit
my
the
old
West
days,
Lofoten
but
Islands.
I'll
Lofoten
pencil
is
dive.
located in northern Norway,
Yeah.
and even though it's in the
Norway.
Arctic Circle, it feels like you're on a tropical island with all the incredible
I wonder
beaches
what
and fairly mild weather.
Gets him
We
to
were
like
here
go
last
to
summer,
very
and the
specific
scenery was
locations.
Next level.
Yeah.
One of my favorite places is the fishing village of Henningsvar. It's built on a few islands, and it's home to one of the most
Look at
scenic
that,
soccer
it's a
fields
soccer
in the
field.
world. One of the best beaches on the islands.
look
is
at
Oh,
Africa.
beach,
It's a
man.
decent hike
I
down
gotta
to
go to a
But
beach.
you're rewarded with some of the most incredible scenery. We came here for sunset, and it was
Look
one
at
of the
that.
best I've experienced. If you're into hiking, the trek to Reinderbringen is worthwhile. It's probably the most famous hike in Lofoten Islands. Now, to get to the top, we had to climb nearly 2,000 stone steps. You get a perfect panoramic view of the fjord, villages, and sea mountains. If you come during the months of June and July, this is an insane place to experience the midnight sun. We stayed up here for a good hour enjoying
Wow,
the sunset
look
and
at
other
that
worldly
view.
views. If you're in Lofoten and are able to hike, you gotta come experience the scenery of Reinderbringen.
Dang.
After it, we're gonna head to Greece to visit some of its islands.
I wanna go to
With over
Greece.
6,000 islands,
They said-
I didn't know that was
there's
in
a lot to choose
Greece.
from. One of the most well-known islands
yeah,
is
this-
Santorini. It's home to whitewash
Santorini?
houses and
Um,
all the landscapes
they
you
said that
expect to
Greece
find
is
on
like
a
one
Greek
of the
island, but I will say
very
it can get very crowded.
least
One of my personal
expensive-
favorite Greek islands.
Oh,
Really?
It
Yeah,
has the classic
European country to
whitewash
visit.
houses, but a more relaxed relaxed vibe compared
Bucket
to
list.
San Marino.
Okay.
One of the most famous places on Milos is Sarakaniko Beach. It's home to white, lunar-like landscapes, and there's so many places to
Look at
cliff
that.
jump.
Look at
There's this one
that.
iconic ledge that's a perfect place to do some dives and jumps into the sea.
Nice.
One of my favorite places on Milos was Kletiko. It's this incredible bay with white rocks that come out of the sea. You can boat or hike into the area, and we had an incredible time just relaxing here. If you do boat into Kletiko, you can also go to the nearby Sikhe Cave. It's one of the most unique places I've ever been. It's this cave with a collapsed ceiling that connects to the sea. There's a little beach that some people would ride up their dinghies to land on, and then they could explore the
2027.
cave. It's some of
Yeah.
the clearest I've ever experienced, and the boulders in the water create for one of the most beautiful settings
don't
I've
look
ever
deep
came
enough to
across.
Uh-uh.
I have to say, my favorite Greek island is Zakynthos. I've been here
Look at that
several times
water!
now, and I just
Yeah,
keep
it's like-
wanting
I
to
love
come back.
water.
It's one of the most
That water
impressive
looks so
locations
fake.
I've ever
I
been.
know.
From 1,000-foot white cliffs to the
How
bluest
hot
water
it
you've
is.
ever seen,
It's so
Zakynthos
pretty.
has it all. The most famous place in Zakynthos is Shipwreck Beach. Back in the
Shipwreck Beach.
1980s, a cargo
Oh,
ship
wow,
from
okay.
Turkey was carrying illegal
It looks like you gotta
contraband,
take a
and
boat
the Greece
there
Navy
to-
chased
to
them
get
into this
there,
cove
though.
where it crashed.
Wow.
Over the years, the sand has built up around the ship and has created one of the most visually stunning locations in the world. You can boat into the beach, or you can also get a great view of it from the cliffs above. Another stunning place is at Zakynthos is Mezithres. It's this massive rock formation on the Aegean, and you get a nice view of it from the nearby cliffs. We came here for sunset, and the sea was pretty rough, which turned up the water, giving it a
Not
milky
jumping
color.
down there.
It was
Oh,
such an
no,
amazing
no, it's
landscape
not a
with
jumping
the
spot.
sand coupled with the greens of the pines and blues of the water. Greece's islands
Wow.
are some of the most spectacular on earth. After, we're going to head to French Polynesia to visit the island of Moorea. Known as the Pearl of the Sea, Moorea is one of the most
Look at
beautiful
that.
places I've ever experienced. We stayed here several nights and it was just absolutely incredible. Now to reach Moorea, you'll first fly into the island of Tahiti.
Tahiti.
You can either take a ferry or another quick flight.
I've heard of
Once
Tahiti.
you arrive on the island, there's just so
Some
much to
Moana.
do here. I think Moorea is home to some of the
I
most
think.
spectacular
Oh, was
mountains.
that it?
They're just
I
so
don't know.
jagged
Was that
and
Tahiti?
unique looking.
I don't know.
My favorite
Or
one was called
Tafiti
Mount
or
Mount
something.
yeah, well, I don't think
which
it was Tahiti.
translates to the shark's tooth. It rises 880 meters above
Wow.
the sea, and I totally get where it gets its name with its sharp, rigid appearance. Now, if you're more into beaches, one of my favorite ones was the public beach Ta'ahiamanu. It's this really relaxing beach with sailboats and amazing scenery all around. It's a prime place to watch the sunset. Another great thing you can do on Moorea is go on a boat tour. We went on a tour,
Moorea.
and unfortunately it was really rainy, but it still was a great experience.
Oh,
We swam with
yes.
sharks,
Black
and
tip.
we went outside the reef and swam in the deep ocean. I mean, I couldn't believe how warm the water was. One of the main reasons
Oh,
people
wow.
come to
That's
Moorea
even
is to
nicer
swim
if the
with
water's
humpback whales.
warm.
If you come in between the months of
Humpback
August
whale.
to November, you can swim with these gentle giants. After we're going to head to New Zealand. I think it's safe to say we all
be
want to
scared, but
experience
that'd be
the
the
scenery
coolest
of
thing
New
ever.
Zealand. It's a land full of fjords like Norway, beaches like Hawaii, and landscapes straight out of
How
the
cute!
Look at
New
that.
Zealand is made up of two main islands, the north and the south. Now, to get
Wonder
to
if
New
you can
Zealand,
stay in a
we
place
flew to
like that.
Auckland,
That'd be
which is on the
cool.
North Island.
Mm.
From
Stay in
there,
that one.
we went to one of my
Airbnb.
favorite places,
Look at
Cathedral
that.
Cove. When I
Cathedral
imagined New
Cove.
Zealand,
That's
is
where
one of
Jarvis
the
went
first
for
places
his,
I
Now
come
this
to.
is somewhere
Get there,
like
you need to hike
2
and
weeks.
take
We
a
say
boat.
whole
Yeah.
2 weeks.
To
Just
get to
relax
this
on the
place,
beach.
Yeah.
There's this cave archway
He said
that gives you the
Jarvis would.
famous view
That's
of
where he
Cathedral
went
Cove with
for
the
his,
Table
like,
Rock. Now, if you want to
photo
venture
shoot,
to Middle Earth,
vacation,
you visit Hobbiton.
honeymoon.
It was a filming location for The Shire and the Lord of the Rings film.
From Lord of the
Does he
Rings.
have the pictures yet
If you're
from?
looking for some epic adventures,
I think we
you
saw
gotta
his
head to New
pictures.
Zealand's
Yeah, he
South
sent
Island.
it.
It's home to Mount
It wasn't a
Cook,
lot,
which is the
but
tallest
you know, you
mountain
saw
in
it when
the
he would
country with a height of
skydive.
3,724
Oh, yeah, we saw the
meters.
skydiving.
The drive to Mount
Didn't
Cook
they have,
is
like,
arguably
professional
one of the most scenic
pictures?
in the world,
Yeah.
since you have views of the
I've never
incredible
seen
Southern
those.
Alps
Okay.
coupled with the glacier
I might ask him
waters of the
about
lake leading up to it.
Look at
We did the
that.
hike to the base of Mount Cook. It was about a 10-kilometer trek.
That's
and I
cool.
love the bridges we walked on.
I can do
across the
that.
glacier
Yeah.
rivers. When we got to the lake at the
Look at
base of
that.
Mount
Look
Cook,
at the
it
wind.
was possibly the windiest place
Oh,
I've
God.
ever been.
Holy
It almost blew
smokes.
my wife away. Now, one of the most
Almost
famous
blew my
places
wife
you
away.
gotta visit New Zealand is the Milford Sound. Located in the Fiordland National Park, the Milford Sound is possibly the most famous place in all of New Zealand, and after exploring it, I understand why. The Milford Sound is pretty isolated, and the closest town is Te Anau, which is about 2 hours drive to get there. The road is one of the most beautiful I've ever been on. The scene reminds me of the fjords of Norway, but slightly more tropical. We saw some Kia birds, which are the only alpine parrots in the world, and they were seriously so beautiful. Once we arrived at the
Wow, that
Milford
was a good
Sound, we
footage.
got on a boat that took us on a tour of the famous fjord. The views on the front of the boat were amazing as we headed into the fjord. I mean, the scale of this place is insane. The mountain walls rise straight up, thousands of feet high. We came across several waterfalls cascading into the sound. Now, after the boat tour, I really enjoyed just walking around the sound. There were some nice trails, and I liked this little coastal area that had smooth rocks and really unique vegetation that lined the shore. It was just so calming to watch the little waves roll in. For our final destination, we're going to head over to nearby
Australia.
Australia.
Where do we need to
Beaches,
go?
Tons
Yeah.
of wildlife and just good vibes. You
We
gotta
love
give
the
Australia a
wildlife.
visit. I spent some time there earlier in 2024, and I just absolutely loved it. One of my favorite regions in the
Look at
country
that.
is Western Australia. It's home to some of the most pristine coastline I've ever seen.
It's in the
There's
water.
nice white sand beaches, crystal clear waters,
Look
and
at that.
kangaroos just chilling around. I think
Chilling.
the area around Esperance is particularly beautiful. It's home to some of the
Esperance, okay.
whitest sand in Australia and the world. Another place to visit in Australia is
Outback.
The most iconic landmark
Yeah,
in the
that's
Outback
rock.
is
Wow.
Uluru or Ayers Rock. It's a
Okay.
massive monolith that's made up of sandstone. Now, if you want to see some of Australia's wildlife, a great place to go is Tasmania. It's a pretty big island located in southern Australia, and the main reason I came here was to see the wombats. They live in
Oh,
this area around
wombats.
Cradle Mountain, and we could go on these raised walkways,
Look at
and there
that.
were several wombats grazing, and it was so peaceful to watch them munch on the grass. Now, my all-time favorite place in Australia is Lord Howe Island. I think it's one of the most perfect places in the world. It's located in the Tasman Sea,
Imagine kids
and you
out
get
there
to Lord
playing
Howe
in
by
the
taking a
water.
2-hour flight from Sydney. The island is just
Yeah.
insanely beautiful. It's called the Hawaii of Australia, and
The
after
Hawaii of
visiting it,
Australia.
I understand why. There can only be 400 tourists on the island at a time, and another interesting fact about Lord Howe is that it's the largest island ever to eradicate all its rats, which in turn has allowed the birds and wildlife to flourish here. One of the main reasons I wanted to go to Lord Howe Island was to visit Ball's Pyramid. It's the tallest sea stack in the world with a height of 572 meters. It's one of the wildest rock formations I've ever seen
That's
as
cool.
it sits
Crazy.
alone in the desolate
That's
ocean.
crazy.
Now, to get to Ball's Pyramid, it was about an hour boat ride from Lord Howe
Oh,
Island. We
boat
boated
ride.
around the
Oh, wow.
entire sea stack, and I was just baffled by the scale of this place. I
Yeah,
felt
that
like
was
Jack Sparrow
huge.
discovering a treasures island. After exploring Ball's Pyramid, we headed back to Lord Howe Island and got some incredible views on the way. While we were on Lord Howe, we had bikes to get around, and we did some great hikes. One of my favorites was Malabar Kims. There were some incredible views of the sea cliffs, and then we walked on this ridge and got an amazing view of the whole island, and this place is paradise. Now for sunset, I love going down to Lagoon Beach to watch the sun light up the mountains of Lord Howe. Places don't get more perfect than this island. Well, that is it for my 2025 top 10. Let me
Okay.
know where you want to travel this year in the comments below. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
Cool. Those were some nice places.
Yeah.
Definitely Greece.
Greece. Oh.
Well, I wanted to go to Greece anyway, but then after I
Really?
saw that, I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
What made you? What's the reason for Greece?
I don't know. It just seems like it'd be really cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those random places.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to go to Greece, is the buildings, the white building with the blue dome on the top? That's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like, you know, like the
Definitely.
iconic
Yeah.
place to visit. Yeah, that was pretty cool. A lot of like European places.
Man, yeah, we got to
Nice,
travel to a lot of places in Europe.
I know.
Those waters are too beautiful. I
yeah.
can't wait. I love the beach.
Yep. That was pretty cool. A couple of places in Africa, Namibia.
Namibia looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got Africa to go to, so I have to research Namibia when it's time to go there. Because it did look nice, and they said it was safe there and everything.
Yeah.
Because we had the kiddos with us, so.
Mm-hmm. Can't get them in danger.
But yeah, those are some
Alright.
good choices. I like that. There's some beautiful beaches and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna learn more as we watch more. You know, kind of like
Yeah.
get more ideas in our head and just kind of like pre-plan our.
Yeah, we
Trip.
love to travel. And
Yeah.
we do a lot within the States, and then we try to go out of the country when we can. We're going to France
Yeah.
end of August
Yep.
to visit some family and tour Paris.
Learning some of the language, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can speak a word or two, or at least understand what they're talking about a little bit. Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
Let us know if you've been to any of these places, any of these countries or anything, or where you think somebody should travel to. Somewhere you've been that you think
Yeah.
is a great place to travel to.
But I guess the top choices for us will be like, you know, Australia, somewhere in Africa, or you know,
Or Europe.
yeah, or Europe.
But
yeah. You know, of course, there is the Antarctica. You know that.
Oh gosh, I'm not worried about Antarctica right now. I told him, like, can we go there last?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Hope you guys enjoyed our reaction to that.
But let us know what are some of the suggestions, and we'll see you on the next travel reaction video.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys in the next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.